Hello everybody, I cannot believe I am making another video like this. This video is called The Third Bloodbath in 4 trading days. Friday, Monday, and now Wednesday. This is the third bloodbath. Correlation goes to 1 in 4 trading days. On a day where this should not have happened, because the CPI came in line with expectation. Now, everybody was fearful that it would be worse, and we would all think that if it was going to be worse, we were going to crash. It was in line with expectations for most metrics, and for one metric, it was below expectation. The CPI was below expectation for the core CPI, only 0.2 month over month instead of 0.3. We're all excited in the morning. This is really, really, really good news. Okay, the stocks were supposed to go up today, and they did go up until one realizes that we live in a market that is not driven by any type of rational economic analysis. Economics have stopped mattering in this market. The CPI used to matter. No, now it's tweets. I guess it's a rambling. So why are we dumping? We're dumping because President of the United States saying U.S. will be attacking them very hard. What does that mean? What does it mean, attacking them very hard? Like, what does it mean? I thought they had been obliterated like the world I had never seen before, like the best of the world, and didn't they say that like something like 30 times? Like, what does that even mean, attacking them very hard? It's not specific enough. And so the market is now freaking out, peak uncertainty on the Middle East. And that's the one thing that we need to get out of the way. And this is why the markets have been very much hard to invest, if not uninvestable, when you have talk from whoever. Usually it's talk from the Fed, right? It was Jay Powell rambling, usually would make the market dump. Today, it's rambling to some journalist in the middle of the day, which makes the market dump. So, and you know, this is what I was saying yesterday, listening to Kathy Wood's Employment Friday, right? Employment was great. And she kept saying, oh, well, this is going to be wonderful. All of these good things are going on. If the issue in the Middle East subsides, it's always warranted on if we get the Middle East situation solved. We need to get that situation solved. So whatever that means, attacking them very hard, whatever that means, this needs to be solved. And also the media, dishonest as it is, if you actually listen to the statement, Trump didn't say, I love inflation. No, he didn't say that. He said, I love this print because this print shows that the main issue is oil. And if we solve oil, we solve inflation. That's the longer story. But of course, the media is running with the just I love inflation. No, it said I love inflation because the numbers show that if we fix oil, we fix everything. And I agree with that. If we fix oil, we fix everything. And for that, we gotta keep fixing. We gotta fix the Middle East. So this is so frustrating. You want to make a decision on fundamental analysis? Let me show you how crazy correlation goes to 1 is. It's always the same way. You have AT&T going up, you know, entirely ignoring the debt, entirely ignoring the disruption that is coming for cell phones worldwide. You have sugary water going up. You have Costco going up. Soap going up. Cigarettes going up. It's always the same. So-called safe haven, because in the mind of some people, they're considered safe haven. And then you have indiscriminate selling of everything else. And they sell, by the way, by just about the same. So unless a company has like a really, really good thing going on, like Apple at their big event, lots of releases. So if you remove big news days for some of these stocks, you know, then it's all down the same and it all dumps the same, and it's extremely frustrating. What does hims and hers have anything to do with SoFi, have anything to do with Nvidia, have anything to do with Tesla? These are very disparate companies. They just happen to be innovative on a spectrum from super innovative to a little bit innovative, like an online bank. I would argue that's a little bit innovative. I would argue Nvidia is extremely innovative. Tesla is extremely innovative. You have some companies undervalued, like HIMS and SoFi. You have some companies arguably overvalued, perhaps, like Tesla. It doesn't matter in this market. It's all down 3 to 4%. The market doesn't care about your analysis. It doesn't care about my analysis. This is why this is getting so frustrating. Like, why bother analyzing if the market is just going to dump and make everything dump and make everything rise exactly the same way based on either ramblings, either tweets, and then if we actually get good macro, if that doesn't matter anymore, just because, we could have had a rally today. The rally was literally halted by this comment. That's what halted the rally. We were supposed to have a rally today. Anyways, it almost makes you wonder if we should have been fearful about the CPI. Should we have worried about the CPI yesterday? Because the market was going to dump no matter what. The market is turning into a casino, and this is so annoying. Turning into a casino. I'm staying on the sidelines. The market needs to get back to normal. Anyways, did Bitcoin smell the bloodbath again? I will note, of course, that Bitcoin has entered a new stablecoin phase where it doesn't move. It's been at 61K for 5 days. It hasn't really moved anymore. Right? We've reached the bottom. We've exhausted the sellers. There's no more sellers. Note that Bitcoin dropped 23%. Bitcoin did that drop about a week early compared to the massive drop of anything that makes sense in early June. In early June, everything that makes sense dropped. Of course, Bitcoin dropped in late May, right? Late May, roughly, is when Bitcoin dropped. So did Bitcoin smell something? Look at it. You think you would feel bad? You would think you need to feel bad owning Bitcoin? Well, look at Broadcom, down 23%, same as Bitcoin. Look at AMD. AMD is down 16%. Look at Micron. Micron's down 17%. So many of these stocks, not stonks, what did I say? Stocks. So many of these stocks are down again. Of course, I didn't show Tesla, but Tesla has had the same downside movement as well. This makes very little sense. And when you're trying to create a channel that's about fundamental analysis, which is really what I want to do, it's ridiculous because, you may do fundamental analysis. The market's entirely going to dump your stock regardless of what they do. I have so many stocks like this where fundamentally they are perfect, to me at least, but the market's going to dump them and the market's going to make them rise on unrelated matters. And this is very frustrating. Anyways, let me conclude this video. Let me conclude this rant. We need this Middle East situation resolved. Energy is the main problem within the CPI. If energy is resolved, the CPI will not be a problem. And if the CPI is not a problem anymore, then we'll have rate cuts. And Walsh will be in the clear for Walsh to cut rates. But unfortunately right now, 10 years is up. The rates are up. Look at since March. Look at the catastrophe since March. Right? Did anything happen that didn't really need to happen? Right? In February and March? Yeah, I would argue so. The rates moved from 4% to 4.5%. Our poor stocks are going to take a dump. That's just the way it is. We're going to dump. Anyways, and same for FedWatch tool. Now FedWatch tool, okay, a few days ago, we were predicting a rate hike sometime in 2027. We are now predicting a rate hike in 2026. This madness needs to end. At least that is my opinion. Another day where I'm not going to spend a lot of money. Extremely annoying. Anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you are entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.